Ladies, and here tonight on the Sheen. How's everybody doing tonight, man? All right, so we got a bunch of wrestling news tonight, man. The first one being that the both Tony and his father, Chad Khan, who owns the Jacksonville Jaguars and Wembley Stadium, the soccer stadium in England, they supposedly have emerged as candidates to buy WWE. um, I believe they said their what do you call it their net worth is $11 billion, and WWE is asking for at least 7 to 10 billion. So they would definitely have to get an investors along with maybe another company or at least another billionaire. Otherwise, I mean, they would be they're probably at least half of their fortune if they were to buy it by themselves. So they would probably have to get a another company or another billionaire to come in and help them out with the deal. And then they want to merge the companies. I don't know exactly. Like, it would be like still Monday Night Raw and SmackDown on Fridays, and then Dynamite on. Like they're saying it could be like same thing as usual. It's just that Tony Khan would be the both of them, Tony and Chad Khan would be the owners, where Vince McMahon, instead of having to report, or Triple H, instead of having to report to the shareholders and the board of directors, they would have to report to the cons. Um, and they're saying they're very open to leaving Vince McMahon as a chairman. Um, they said that they're willing to like have be a part of this somehow. Um, I think that's what they mean. They would keep them separate. They would just own them, which WWE would have. That would be the person they would have to report to, the cons. So obviously the cons would, especially Tony Khan, would probably be some type of influence, and perhaps over big WWE decisions, especially booking. Who knows, man? But they said this is unlikely to happen, where Vince McMahon sells his company to a smaller company, especially wrestling. Forget even if it's not a wrestling, WWE is a much bigger company than AEW, and Vince McMahon might be looking to do something bigger, like with Disney or Amazon, Netflix. Actually, yesterday, CEO of WWE, Nick Khan, met with the CEO and the the CEO of Disney and the vice president of ESPN. So now they're saying that slowly, obviously Saudi Arabia was the number one favorite, but now they're saying it might be Disney. And that's apparently, at least publicly, the first a strong personnel like Nick Khan has had with a potential buyer, meeting up with Disney a few days ago. Um, but yeah, man, this is not expected to happen. Vince McMahon is probably looking at a bigger company than AEW, but something to keep an eye on, I guess. Like I said, the cons would have to get somebody else to help them out, because supposedly the net worth is about 11 billion, and they're having somewhere between 7 to 10 billion. So no way, man. They would definitely have to get somebody to help them out. They said about Saudi Arabia that it's not a fit. Well, nothing's obviously happened, but they're saying there is smoke, meaning like there is something about it. I mean, obviously, I believe Saudi Arabia, along with all these other candidates like Disney, Netflix, Amazon, NBC, Universal, Fox, Liberty, Adventures. They're all candidates, right? Saudi Arabia, but they're saying there is smoke there. One of the advisors WWE hired, J.P. Morgan. He is one of the only U.S. Person who has license in Saudi Arabia. So I guess he could try to work out a sell, J.P. Morgan. Who knows, man? But that is kind of interesting. They hired pretty much the only guy who has a license in Saudi Arabia. Pretty interesting, right there. But yeah, man. Obviously, still a lot of rumors going on. Still, that hasn't made. Obviously, still negotiation. There's some thought that this could get done sometime between April and maybe July. That's when they're expecting it to get done. Because I think they want this before the TV negotiations start, which I think are going to start in the summer. So then the new owners can come in and negotiate the TV deals, which are set to start in this summer, which are set to, the current ones are set to expire in 2024. And then they're saying that Triple H and Stephanie McMahon are not happy with the company being sold. They're opposed to it, and that many people are saying that that's what led to Stephanie McMahon resigning. That she didn't agree with her father about selling the company. Neither does Triple H. And Dave Meltzer believes Stephanie McMahon is for sure 100% done with the company. She may never ever come back. So a lot of people are wondering if Triple H is going to end up resigning as well. You know, if he also stands by Stephanie and doesn't agree with WWE selling. So something to look at, ladies and gentlemen. Could Triple H step down, and then as he steps down, obviously, you know, Vince McMahon would almost have no choice but to step in as head of creative, unless he puts in somebody like Paul Heyman. But I mean, obviously, we all know that he don't even have to remove him. If Triple H just resigns, Vince is like, what am I supposed to do now? I have to take over creative. There's nobody here. But we'll see, man. But Dave Meltzer believes Stephanie McMahon may not ever come back. I mean, she did resign, but he says some people believe there was a small chance in the future she can come back. A lot of people do not believe that. And actually, yesterday an article came out. Let me close this door here. There's too much noise going on. Yesterday, an article came out that Shane McMahon was paid $100,000 for his one slowly appearance at Royal Rumble. That is almost $1 million. So a lot of the shareholders are not happy with that. So Jesus Christ, man. I guess nobody that never got reported. It just got found out a few days ago that Shane McMahon made almost $1 million for just his one appearance at Royal Rumble last year. So you wonder if that could potentially cause more problems. Now moving on to more of the wrestling side, some rumors for Royal Rumble. They're saying that Edge and Beth Phoenix could both appear in the Royal Rumble. Beth Phoenix for the Women's Royal Rumble and trying to maybe get some payback, maybe eliminate Rhea Ripley. And same thing for Edge, could appear in the Men's Royal Rumble and try to get some payback and eliminate Finn Balor. Now, there are also rumors going around that it would be that they were looking at a match between Finn Balor and Edge inside at a Royal Rumble and a Hell in a Cell match. So, but now it seems like the direction has switched where no, they might just have them all compete at the Royal Rumble and have maybe Edge eliminate Finn Balor and have Beth Phoenix eliminate Rhea Ripley. Also, there was another rumor they wanted to maybe do Rhea Ripley versus Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. So who knows what's going on right now, but it could potentially that Finn Balor Edge Hell in a Cell match could be scratched now. Who knows, ladies and gentlemen, what's going to happen? Obviously, they're trying to get payback for what happened back in September, October, whenever it was, when Rhea Ripley took concerto Beth Phoenix, and while Finn Balor and Damian Priest forced Edge to watch as they had him tied up. He couldn't do anything about it. Freaking MJF, man, on Instagram. I guess he won a lot of awards, like Heel of the Year and all that shit. So he puts like the 2 awards, holding them up, along with having the AEW World Champion on his waist. And, you know, obviously bragging about winning the awards. And fucking CM Punk's like, how about you go back and look at some tape, because I bet you don't want to show them like the current ratings. Obviously, man, I do believe AEW, man, they really struggle with ratings. They can't even hit a million. When CM Punk, when he was there, a lot of shows, especially towards the end, they were hitting a million every week. So CM Punk taking a shot at AEW, the ratings, that they're struggling to hit a million. And yeah, I do believe a lot of it is because CM Punk left. I think there was a lot of WWE fans that weren't to AEW just to watch CM Punk. and now because CM Punk is gone, they bailed on it. They've lost somewhere between 100 to 200,000 followers in the last few months ever since CM Punk left the company. So I think CM Punk could low-key be onto something, man. But Jesus Christ, CM Punk typing that on the freaking comment section of an Instagram post by MJF. Jesus Christ, man. FTR, their contract are set to expire in April with AEW, and they're saying they're going to take some time off because they're saying that whatever contract they sign in the future, they expect to be their final one, as they are ready to retire in a few years. There's a lot of speculation they could go to WWE. So, New Japan could maybe be an option. I don't think so, though, because I think they're both married with kids. I don't know if they want to move their entire families to Japan. But maybe, yeah, I say WWE for sure is a big possibility for FTR. They didn't like the way they were booked towards the end of that run. They lost they were tag team titles and all three promotions, Ring of Honor, AAA, and New Japan. In a matter of a month, they lost all three championships, and then they were almost promised to be tag team champions in AEW, and pretty much the Acclaimed leapfrog over them. So they're not happy at all, man. So I think a WWE return is a very good possibility for FTR. But we'll see what happens, man. And also another AEW guy whose contract is set to expire in the next year. Well, not even year. This year in 2023 is Sting. Sting said in an interview, "My contract's going to expire this year." He didn't give exactly what month it's expiring, but he said it's expiring this year. And he said, I always said I was going to retire young. I couldn't believe all the guys doing this at age 50, 60. And here I am at 65 still doing this. And he did kind of hint at retirement. So we'll see what happens. But I do expect, man, if he were to resign, it would be with WWE. Excuse me, with AEW. I don't see him going to WWE. He had a really bad luck in WWE with the injuries. I think both times, or two out of the three times he wrestled, he got hurt. Yeah, I think either he retires or resigns with AEW. Just maybe to continue that thing he's got going with Darby Allin. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're done. Let me go through the whole news. Let me see here. All right, I think we're done, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Have a good night, everybody. I'm out like a light.